logi.DOC, the VGB R170C power plant block editor. In this documentation I would like to show you the typical template for Medupi. When you open this template, then you see the typical structure of a typical project in logi.DOC. Here you see this is the typical library. Inside of the typical library you have the standard documentation types which are used in Medupi. Then you have the links to our modules, you have the links to the graphical objects, and you have the links to the global media object. These links are a reference to the template project which is already explained within a last presentation. I would like to show you now two typicals. One is for a valve and the other one is for a drive. Here you see the block for a solenoid valve, and this block has three outputs, and on the right side you see that these outputs were connected to signals. These signals has the standard abbreviation, that means it has the name of our typical, and you see these are the signal text XB01, XB48 and XB02. These are the names which were generated from this typical. In this typical it's very interesting that the connection to this block is done over connectors. These are logi.DOC connectors and each connector is unique, and you see the destination or the target point for this connector comes from here, and you see there is an OR function in it, and the real signals which could be used on this level are not set. The auto open connector, and you see there is no logic behind. But of course later on exactly this part and this part will be connected, and we will see that we can create connections from the sequence directly into this base control level, and then you will also see the usage of the cross-referencing. So you see this is the typical for a motor block, and again Medupi has a special standard which says we use blocks and the data flow is from the left to the right, and here you can see that also this block has three output signals, and on the left side there are two connectors, and this is one connector point and this is the other connector point. Additional to this, you can see these are the signals which are used inside of this typical project. When you click to this signal, then you see this is the cross-reference for this signal, and of course you can make a double click to this cross-reference position and the system logi.DOC will open the documentation and it will show you where this signal is used. Typicals could be realized from everybody. There is no special customization or anything around this necessary. That means typicals could be generated, could be created when you are familiar in the usage of logi.DOC and when you are familiar by creating such kind of blocks. Together with a template project and a typical project, it is very easy to create logics for the base level in logi.DOC, and therefore I will show you this in the next presentation. And if you have any questions around this, please do not hesitate, contact us around these questions.